And what do you think of sweet cheese?
Oh yeah, it's fucking beautiful.
Wow. Here we go. Thank you so much. Thank you. There you go, guys. £10 steak at Sweet Cheese in Bradford. I will try that only under one condition. This is an honest food review.
Yeah,
I don't want any.
We don't want you to butter anything up. Constructive feedback is key for us.
I appreciate that.
As good as our last service.
That is Drool Bucket certified.
Right then, guys, welcome back to another episode of Foodie Anz. Your boy is in Bradford, continuing the Bradford food tour. And you know what? I've really fancied some steak, some juicy steak. And this spot I've been seeing for a while. Now, I'm very confused with this spot because I'm seeing two restaurants. It's all popping off here in Bradford. I'm seeing two restaurants with two different names, but I'm confused because the names are very similar in terms of the word Mogul on the rocks. So I'm really confused because these guys, I believe, used to have a business in Keighley, which I've eaten before, which is called Moguls on the Rocks, where it's like steak served on a hot bedded rock. So I'm really confused because we've got here, in this corner here, we've got Sweet Cheese. And in this side here, we've got Hot Rock Steakhouse. Now I'm really confused because I believe both of them are claiming that they used to be in Keighley. So I'm just so confused. But what I think I do know is this one here where it says Moguls on the Rocks Sweet Cheese is the original name that was originally opened before in Keighley, which was about 6 years ago, just before COVID, where I came in here. So I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna go and get some steak. Now, I've seen that they do a £10 steak. I've seen it all over the social media, a £10 steak with some steak cut chips, some juicy pieces of steak, served either in a box or I think you could get it on the rocks as well. And with some like either chimichurri sauce or some like peppercorn sauce, but that's what I fancy. Is this the best £10 steak in Bradford? We're gonna find out. So yeah, I'm about to go inside and get this steak ordered. Hiya, you okay?
Yeah.
I'm just a YouTuber. I'm just doing a food review. Is that okay if I could do a private food review? If that's okay?
Sure.
I won't film anybody. Don't worry about that. It's just myself eating the food.
What can I get you?
Yeah. So I heard a lot of good things about you guys. I just wanted to just double check. Are you the original owners before in Keighley?
Yeah,
5-6 years ago. Okay, brilliant, fantastic. Do you do the famous £10 steak?
Yes, we do, yeah.
Yes, oh my, please, can I get that, please?
How would you like it cooking?
Can I please get it medium rare, please?
Medium rare.
Fantastic. And does that come like just with steak cut chips?
That comes with chips, side salad, chimichurri sauce, and a peppercorn sauce.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Please, can I get one of them?
Take a seat, I'll bring it over to
Fantastic. I'll get a bottle of water with that as well.
Yeah, brilliant.
Thank you so much. So there you have it. Yeah, they do. Sorry about that, mate. Yeah, so yeah, they do the £10 steak here in Sweet Cheese in Bradford. Chimichurri. How you doing, brother? You okay?
Do you want to make a YouTube about me?
Do you want to come on, get along? Wait, have you ever been to this place?
Yeah.
Sweet Cheese. Is it good? What's your name, mate?
My name's Cameron.
Cameron, yeah?
Yeah, very nice place, you know.
Where are you from, Bradford?
Just around corner, mate.
BD4?
BD3.
BD3, yeah?
Yeah.
And what do you think of Sweet Cheese?
Oh yeah, it's fucking beautiful. You know, nice food. You want to try it? And he's put Cameron on him. He's the main man. You know.
Don't worry, I won't get you.
It's called Mad Max, you know. How do you switch it around?
Keep it clean. Keep it clean. It's a family channel.
Bradford clean, oi. No racism.
Just a quick one.
Yeah.
Just a quick one, mate. What's the difference between Hot Rocks and Sweet Cheese?
Sweet Cheese is just too sweet.
And are they the same owners or are they just?
I haven't got a clue, but I tell you what, it's a nice place. This.
So you like Sweet Cheese, yeah?
Yeah.
Steak
definitely.
good?
Steak is beautiful.
Out of 10?
9 out of 10.
Am I gonna like it?
You're gonna love it now, much when they make you it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Well, my man here said that it's the best steak. No, But no, honestly, I'm really looking forward to this. £10 steak with some chips, some chimichurri sauce and some peppercorn sauce. Now they said that obviously we're the original owners in Keighley. It would be great if I could speak to like the owner. I think that's sort of like a colleague there at the front of the till. But if I could speak to the owner, that would be fantastic, because I'm so convinced that these guys there were also part of the ownership in Keighley. But we're gonna go in, gonna try the steak, and get your jewel buckets ready. Boosh! Right, so I'm seated now and I'm just waiting for the steak. I am really looking forward to this. Just spoke to the colleague on the front of the counter and she said that it's a rump steak. So it's cut up pieces of the rump steak with some steak cut chips, some chimichurri sauce and some peppercorn sauce with a little bit of a salad. I'm really looking forward to this. Just speaking to the funny character just outside, he was a bit of a character. Apologies again for the swearing, it is a family channel. But yeah, he did say to me though, the quality of their steak cut chips is next level. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying out the steak here at Sweet Cheese. Bash! Oh wow, here we go. Thank you so much, thank you.
You're welcome.
Here you go guys, £10 steak at Sweet Cheese in Bradford. Check out the steak, this looks absolutely delicious. Look at the chunky pieces of meat there, it looks amazing. How you doing, brother, you okay?
Thanks, I'm good, how are you? You okay?
You're the owner, correct?
I'm the chef.
The chef?
I'm the chef.
Yes.
You like your steaks?
Yes, I love my steaks.
Try this is our steak burger.
Steak burger? No, you don't have to.
Cooked, just like a steak would. So you can have that medium well done.
Is that the burger that's on the screen?
That's the burger on the screen.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow, that looks amazing.
6 ounce. So you try that, let me know.
I will try that only under one condition.
Go on.
This is an honest food review.
Yeah, 100%,
I don't want any, do you know what I mean?
We don't want you to butter anything up. Constructive feedback is key for us.
I appreciate
we're
that.
only as good as our last service.
I appreciate that.
Even though we've been in business a long time, we believe we're only as good as your last service. Whether that's a steak, cheesecake, don't matter.
What's your name?
Ishi.
Ishi, lovely to meet you. Thank you so much. And I'll tell you what, yeah, that is the right attitude to have. That if you have that attitude there, I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. But yeah, I'll give you my.
More sauces, let us know.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Looks amazing. Looks amazing. Well, there you got it here. I've got the steak here, and I've been kindly given a complimentary steak gourmet burger. But you know what? Honesty is the best policy, and I'm gonna call it as it is. If it's good, it's good. And for the price point, I tell you what, £10 for that. Look at the amount of meat that you get. Big portion that is, and a big portion of chips. Guys, I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna use my fingers here because I just need to get a bit of a close-up of that. I asked for the steak medium rare, and look at that. It just looks beautifully cooked. The color is just perfect. It's not over well done. I've got a feeling this is going to be nice and juicy, but there's only one way to find out. I better start tucking into this. I don't want the steak to dry out too much. Look at the state of that. That looks exceptional. I'm going to give it a try. Bismillah. That deserves a Ballon d'Or, and that is jewel bucket certified. The quality of the rump steak is top quality for £10, and I've not even tried the chips, the salad, or the rest of the sauces, but it's a good quality steak. I was just thinking it was going to be a decent half steak. I think the last steak review that I did in Bradford was actually Howdy's in Leeds Road, not far from it, and that steak quality was really good. But this is a rump steak, and I've not had a rump steak in ages, and it's nice and juicy and tender. The steak is cooked perfectly, medium rare, really soft, velvety, smooth, and then you've got the charring from the outer, a little bit of that smokiness, and it's got not much flavouring. It's just the meat does the talking. The meat has got the flavouring, and it's seasoned very well. Got a bit of salt, got a bit of pepper. Perfectly cooked steak. That is delicious, and I'm gonna have to drop that bucket certified. I'm gonna move on now to the steak cut chips. Now, they feel very heavy, but did you hear that? It's nice and crispy, golden brown. Let's give this a try. Bismillah. The quality of those steak cut chips is exceptional. Really, really crispy outer coating, but like a very fluffy pillow in the inside. The potato content is top quality. Really good steak cut chips. I'm very surprised by this because for £10, I was just thinking, I don't know, just the kind of like standard kind of like steak and chips, but the quality is right up there. I'm going to even say this as well, it's a lot better than the quality of some of these other restaurants that are serving, which are perfectly fine, but this, I'll be happy to pay more than £10, and those chips are fantastic. And I'm gonna have to drop a DBC on that one. The chips, steak cut chips, in sweet cheese, bucket certified, that is delicious. And now try some of this, the sauces. So we've got the peppercorn sauce. The consistency of the peppercorn sauce looks decent, it does, I'm not gonna lie. Let's give this a try. We'll try it with the steak. Apologies, I'm using my fingers, I'm getting stuck in this. I know you should be using a knife and fork, but I just want to make sure this is going correctly in my mouth and nothing is, I'm not making a mess. I have to say that peppercorn sauce is exceptional. Lovely, lovely consistency, nice and peppery, very good seasoning, and very flavorful. And with the steak, the combination, jewel bucket certified. This is one of the best steaks I've had in a very long time, and this spot is very, very underrated. And I'm going to try it with the steak cut chips. Oh, just look at that, look at the color. Wow. I'm going to move on to the chimichurri sauce. I haven't had chimichurri sauce in steak in a long time. I think probably the last time was like a couple of years ago when we did Estabulo in Leeds, which was the all-inclusive like steak buffet, and that had chimichurri sauce on the side. But this looks really, really good. I'm gonna try it with the steak cut chips. The chimichurri sauce, absolutely fantastic. It's got a nice sweety taste to it as well, and then you've got the herbs and everything that is grinded down to give it that beautiful green chimichurri mint flavor sauce. That is delicious, goes perfectly well with the steak. The steak is that good though, I don't even think it needs any sauce, but you must try out the sauces because they are exceptionally good. The peppercorn sauce, the chimichurri sauce, the whole thing. I'm gonna have to drop it, guys. You need to come to Sweet Cheese. You need to try out the £10 rump steak with steak cut chips and the sauces. That, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna have to drop that, the whole package, £10. That is jewel bucket certified. Bosh! So good.
Like any other burger, we do smash burgers and things like that, but this is a burger that I actually recommend.
Okay.
You can have it cooked like a steak.
Okay.
In essence, it's a steak grinded down.
Okay, yeah.
Medium, you can have it medium well. It's packed full of juices.
Wow.
You keep it very simple. But yeah, in essence, if you don't want a steak and you want it in a bun,
yeah,
that's what you need to try.
Wow. And is this like, how is this cooked if I'm not?
So it's that should be cooked just slightly over medium.
Over medium, yep.
Yeah, we want to sort of keep all the juices in the burger.
Yeah.
But yeah, try it. Let me know. It should speak for itself.
Right.
You know, simplicity is key.
Yeah. So it's brilliant. And is this very popular? This menu
Very
item?
popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do things like smash burgers, but that outsells any of the burgers that we do.
A steak burger. I've never tried a steak burger on the channel, so I'm really looking forward to this. Thank you, Ishi. Don't mind me asking, Ishi, what is the cost of this burger, this steak burger?
That's £10. So
That's a £10 burger, yeah?
So it used to be £12.
Yep.
We've reduced everything down again, going back to cost of living,
Yes.
value for money.
Yeah.
You know, we want everything.
It's a big steak patty.
Yeah, it's a 6 ounce.
And how much is it for like a meal with some chips?
So it's £10 as a meal. We don't sell it separately.
Okay, yep. So it comes with steak cut chips and that, but you just always got with the burger. Fantastic.
That's right. Like I said, it's our way of giving back to you guys.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Even the steak.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the quality of the steak for it to be £10.
Okay.
It's £10 because we want you to have value for money.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
ultimately, you know, for the ones that come and try the steak, It all depends on how you ask for it to be cooked.
Which is always important, yeah.
And that'll give you the experience.
Yeah.
Somebody that has it anything above medium, it's gonna be tricky, you know, borderline, chewy, this, that, the other. That's just the science of steak.
Yeah.
A steak either needs to be medium rare or medium at a push.
Yeah.
That's what we recommend. But it's our job to educate people.
100%, and I was guilty of one of those people that I used to get steak well done, and then you eat it and thinking, you know what, I don't enjoy it. And then when you don't educate yourself, because everyone thinks medium rare is not cooked properly, but it's absolutely tender. And yeah,
so you know, it's like a lot of people might have different experiences.
Yes.
But again, it goes back to how was the steak cooked in the
how was
first
the steak
place.
cooked in the first place? Yeah.
So ultimately, you know, we don't take anything to hand. Like I said, we're only as good as our last service.
Yeah.
But we give everything to every meal.
And if you don't mind me asking, just while I've got you here, the rump steak that I had, again, was exceptional. I will give you my thoughts at the end, but it was exceptional. Do you have a special supplier that supplies to you, or do you have some kind of arrangement with a local supplier?
So it's a local supplier.
Yeah.
Everything is actually dry aged.
Dry aged, yeah.
So even though it's £10,
yeah.
Again, it's always passing off on the savings off to you guys.
Yeah.
That steak we would normally sell for 15 quid.
Okay.
So ultimately, you know, with steak, as anybody knows, there's a lot of profit margin on steaks.
Yes.
Some restaurants choose to maximise that.
Right.
Take full advantage of that. We're happy to, you know, as long as we're making something and keeps us going, pass on the rest to the customer. You know, a lot of people don't understand we're in a recession at the
yes, we are. Yeah.
living and everything. Yep. You know, it's why does steak need to be one of those meals that's a special occasion? It doesn't.
Yes.
In our eyes, it should be something that you can enjoy every single day without breaking the bank.
Fantastic.
So hopefully we've sort of broken that mould and set the trend. Others will follow naturally.
Yes.
But ultimately, you know, we're in it to sort of benefit the masses. So
yes.
we encourage people to follow this sort of trend and, you know, pass on the savings and give customers value for money.
Well, I'll tell you what, yeah, big risk, yeah, stakes are high for having that price, but I take it you serve a lot of quantities and that's what gets you going.
100%, there you
go.
It's all about the quantity.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Ishi, for that. I appreciate the bet. I'm going to give it an honest food review.
No, that's what we want. We don't want you to, you know,
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Right, let's try the steak gourmet burger. Get yourself a drawl bucket because the amount of juices oozing out of that steak, you're going to need a drawl bucket, and that is drawl bucket certified. It's got a bit of a tangy sauce as well with the sauce, with the in-house sauce. It's not the like peppercorn sauce or anything like that. It's the own in-house sauce. The steak is very, very meaty, very, very big, very thick, but as you're biting into it, it's very juicy and it melts in your mouth. Good quality cheese with the brioche bun. I'm gonna have to drop that. That is drawl bucket certified. That is so juicy, and I can't wait to finish all of this food because I'm really enjoying this. And for £10 with the steak cut chips, I think that's a good price because you're getting a premium quality burger and steak cut chips. That is fantastic. Also comes with the in-house burger sauce as well. That is lovely. So Ishi,
yeah.
Moguls and the Rocks in Keighley.
Yes.
I remember you used to do a dessert called the Deconstructed Cheesecake.
Correct. Our signature dessert, that.
So, I take it, do you have it in this place?
So long story short, when Keighley closed, we started doing desserts. That was our main business.
Yes.
And when I say desserts, it was just the Deconstructed Cheesecake.
Yes.
So we did that up and down the country.
Okay.
So when we opened this place, initially obviously the name is Sweet Cheese. That's because it was supposed to be a dessert shop.
Right.
Now where you've got the steaks and the burgers, that's the Moguls on the Rocks element.
Yes.
Of the thing.
So Sweet Cheese is the dessert,
yes.
Moguls on the Rocks
So
is the steak element.
It's a combination of
yes.
the two.
Sweet Cheese, Moguls on the Rocks. Correct.
So that's why the sign outside is Sweet Cheese, and a lot of people get confused.
Yes. What's the Moguls on the Rocks?
Correct.
What is it called? Moguls on the Rocks?
100%. So,
wow.
So now that you've had the Moguls on the Rock side of things, you're going to finish it with a sweetener.
Yes, I was going to say that. So, what's the cost of the cheesecake?
So the cheesecake is £7.50.
All I'm going to say is I don't really care about the price for me. I'm going to make a big statement here. Right, so this place here, Moguls on the Rocks, is in Keighley, and this was actually... Did you know that this... I'm going to give you a bit of a break. My first ever meal in Yorkshire was your restaurant.
Oh, wow.
Where's your restaurant? Yeah, literally, yeah. I had the steak with the hot rock, and then finished it off with the deconstructed cheesecake. It was exceptional. Can we have one of them, please? We're gonna have to buy one of these, because I'm gonna tell you guys, this cheesecake is the best cheesecake I think in the world. Literally the best cheesecake I've ever had. It's deconstructed, it's crumbly, and it's got a nice texture to it. It's beautiful. Next shot is the deconstructed cheesecake.
There you go.
Oh wow.
The classic mixed berry cheesecake.
I have been waiting to try this since COVID. I've not tried this since COVID, when obviously, yeah, before you guys closed down in Keighley.
What's the saying? Good things come to those who wait.
Good things come to those who wait, and good things is definitely coming my way. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. That looks jewel bucket certified, and I hope it tastes jewel bucket certified as it did 7 years ago. So this is the deconstructed cheesecake. This dessert blew my head off in terms of how quality it was. Let's give it a try. And what makes it famous is it comes with a shortbread crumble. I'm gonna try it with that. Look at that, it just so soft. I'm gonna try some of the berry. That has not changed one bit. Very soft cheesecake, very creamy, and then you've got the beautiful texture of the shortbread crumble, and then you've got that berry mix, which is nice and fruity. The chef said now they do a chocolate version of this, but I wanted to stick to the old school staple Keighley classic. This is jewel bucket certified. Wow. Big statement. I've been doing this channel for 4 years. I'm gonna make the biggest statement in terms of dessert. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the best dessert I've had in the whole channel. The deconstructed cheesecake in sweet cheese, Moguls on the rocks, jewel bucket certified. Bosh! So that is my review for sweet cheese, Mogul on the rocks, located in Bradford. What can I say? The £10 steak is exceptional. The quality of steak, the steak cut chips and the sauce, all just for £10. That is an absolute fantastic bargain. The steak quality was right up there with some of the best ones I've had in like the restaurants. I'm just so shocked at the quality and the price point of that. And speaking to the owner, Ishi, the chef as well, his passion just for serving good quality value and not compromising the quality of the steak and keeping it a good, valuable price, just for that wow factor for the customers, and focusing on that cost of living crisis is remarkable, and massive respect to him. His passion is exceptional. And then finding out as well that the first ever meal that I ate in Yorkshire, which was Moguls and the Rocks in Keighley, was his restaurant. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed the steak and the deconstructed cheesecake. Big statement, the best dessert I've had in the channel. That was jewel bucket certified, and what a place this is. You must check them out. If you enjoyed this review, please smash the like button and help me with the support of this channel by subscribing to Foodie Anz. I really hope you enjoyed this review. This review is quite emotional for me. It's a bit of a flashback before COVID, my first ever meal in Yorkshire, having the steak, realizing where I'm eating. I've really enjoyed this review. It was one of the most enjoyable reviews I've done in such a long time. I've always eaten good food, but the company as well, speaking to the owner, this is what it's all about. This place is a hidden gem. I still don't think it's talked about enough. £10 steak cut chips and steak, the desserts, everything really delicious. And that gourmet burger, I forgot about that. That was exceptional. Look, I'm waffling on too much. If you like the content, smash a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Foodie Anz. Get your jewel buckets ready. I will see you again very soon. Bosh!
That is jewel bucket certified.
Pleasure. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much. Honestly, feedback, don't change nothing. Keep spreading that passion.
Excellent.
You know, you're looking after your customers for the cost of living crisis. The food was exceptional. I really enjoyed it. The service was fantastic. Value for money. I'm so happy. But honestly, it's an absolute pleasure to meeting you. Thank you for bringing me back the memories of 6-7 years ago. I really appreciate it. Good luck with your business.
Thank you very much.
And I hope to see you. I will see you very soon.
Inshallah.
I will come back for that steak. Thank you so much.
Journey back to Cape Town.
Do you want to say quickly hello for the camera, or are you shy? Just a quick hello?
You can do.
Quick hello. There he is. This is the legend. His name is Ishi.
Salam.
Come see him.
Come and see us.
Sweet cheese, Mogul on the rocks. There we go. There we go. Sweet cheese. There we go. Lovely to meet you. Take care. Take care. Laugh is. Wow. That was exceptional. There you go. Sweet cheese, Mogul on the rocks. It's a beautiful day in Bradford, and this day's just got only better with this review here. I'm gonna get off now to the next spot, and again, this was the other spot here, Hot Rock Steakhouse. Now, he did say to me that it is a family business. I think he said it's his uncle's restaurant. They did work together before in Keighley, I believe, but they've parted ways and they've gone their own way. So they do their steaks and they do their steaks. There's no bad blood or anything like that, but they just decided to go their own ways, business reasons. Yeah, Sweet Cheese though, in terms of for the value for money, yeah, I'd definitely recommend go Sweet Cheese because you're getting that £10 steak and chips, and they're the original founders of the Deconstructed Cheesecake, so you must try them out. I'm gonna get off now to the next spot, and I will see you again very soon.